United States and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, commissioners, have the agenda before us this evening. Are there any changes by fellow commissioners? There being none, staff?
Mr. Chair, if we can go ahead and table item number 8 until the July 2nd meeting. That is the approval of the resolution for the ICIP infrastructure capital improvement plan that we had a workshop on. Lena's going to clean that up and get that all to us on that July 2nd meeting.
Anything else? Okay, with that change, is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended this evening?
So moved.
Second. The motion for approval is amended by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Bazell. Any discussion on the motion of the second? There be none? Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
Yes, is approved as amended. We have one set of minutes. It's from our May 19th, 2025 business meeting. Are there any changes to those minutes? There be none? Is there a recommendation, please?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion for approval of the minutes by Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion of the second? There be none. Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. They are approved. Let the record reflect that Commissioner Richardson had to leave. He had a personal issue come up, so he will not be with us for the rest of for this meeting for this evening. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on with our agenda. Move on to the sign. Okay, public comment. We got a couple of people signed up for public comment. First, Tom Mraz.
Chairman, commissioners, how's everybody? Hope everybody's well. Come for you tonight to, I'd like to see a show of hands of how many commissioners have had public meetings, open forum meetings in their districts this year.
This is not something that we're going to engage in any way, shape, or form of
Okay, so-
discussion or anything else. You can address us all you want, but we're not going to engage in any.
Okay. So anyway, since I know a lot of you don't have public meetings, our nonprofit CAT community advocacy team is going to be starting a series of open forum meetings. We're going to start with District 1 through 5. We're going to do one a month. We're going to skip a month, and then we're going to start all over again. Friend of mine asked, I can speak for Commissioner Richardson. He hasn't had any public meetings. He was asked to have one, and he said his other job was too important for that. To me, that's the only reason you guys are here, to listen to the public, not just rich and influential people. Listen to everybody's concerns, desires, needs, and ideas. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to start having meetings. You guys are all invited. We'd like to have the county manager, department heads there to meet the public and discuss with the public what we would like to see and what we need. We're probably going to start these in July next month. Like I say, we're going to run a series of 5. We're going to skip a month and start over again. So at that point, if somebody promises they're going to do something, then they got 6 months to get it done at the next meeting. So we'd like all you guys to attend, because the public wants to engage with you guys. I mean, the meeting earlier, my beautiful wife and I were like basically the only members of the public here. You guys need to get out and see the public. That's the only reason you guys have jobs. The only reason the county exists, because of the public paying taxes. And we need feedback. We need to know what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, Rita Padilla Gutierrez.
Hello. I've got a statement to read. For the last 5, 10, 15 years, I, along with several other concerned residents, have complained to code enforcement about at least 7 properties within the county. These properties are a nuisance, fire hazards, drug houses, unsafe and unsightly. Nothing has been done for these many years. Each remains the same today. However, when Commissioner Richardson instructed code enforcement to issue a nuisance complaint against me regarding an anti-Trump sign on my property, the enforcement was swift and timely. This, in my opinion, was an abuse of power. Coming before you, I realize may be detrimental to me. I know that this is a red county and this commission is red. This does not give you the right to bully, intimidate, and retaliate against citizens. Just because that monster residing in the White House does it, you may not follow suit. Lastly, I'm thankful for organizations like the ACLU who continue to protect our rights. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. Discussion on action items, commissioners. Anything any of the commissioners wish to bring up at this point? Staff? Okay. All righty, go on to item number 6. This is a public hearing. It's an ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of the Valencia County, New Mexico General Obligation Bond Series 2025 in the principal amount of $3,500,000. And if there's anybody that's going to give any testimony or speak on this at all, I ask that you please stand so you can be sworn in by a clerk.
You swear or affirm that this testimony you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this case will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of loss, so help you God?
I do. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. McKinney, all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, Chairman Seiss, members of the commission. I'm Catherine McKinney. I'm with the Model Sperling firm. We serve as your bond counsel. Before you tonight is the ordinance authorizing the second installment of general obligation bonds that the voters approved back in 2022. You issued $4.5 million in bonds in 23. This is the second half, $3.5 million, also being placed with the New Mexico Finance Authority. There will be $2 million in proceeds that'll go to roads projects, $750,000 to parks and rec projects, $750,000 to community center projects, and those are the 3 projects being funded. All of the authorized bonds associated with the sheriff's office were issued back in 23. These are payable from property taxes levied within the county on taxable property. The bonds, as I mentioned, are being placed with the New Mexico Finance Authority in a private placement. The ordinance will be the only official action now moving forward required by the county commission. The ordinance authorizes the chairman, the county manager, as well as your finance director to determine the final terms of the bonds within the parameters set forth in the ordinance. Those parameters are in sections 2 and 3 and really recite the statutory maximums of 20 years maximum maturity for the bonds, 10% max interest rate. We expect obviously something much lower than that, and a purchaser's discount of no more than 2%. And the Finance Authority actually does not charge an underwriting discount. The ordinance also approves forms of a paying agent registrar agreement. Bank of Albuquerque will be serving again as the county's paying agent registrar on the bonds. It also approves the form of a capital projects escrow agreement. This is a requirement by the Finance Authority. They keep the proceeds of the bonds and the county requisitions them as you need for the various projects authorized. And the final form that's included in your packet is a bond purchase agreement. And that is in a form substantially similar to the one that was entered into in 23 with that issue. Moving forward, if the county approves the ordinance this evening, the bonds will price next week, about June 12th. And the bond issue is scheduled to close on July 18th. And the county will, at that point, have access to the proceeds to construct and move on with the projects. I'm happy to answer any questions at this point or in the next section. I'm not sure which is appropriate.
We can go ahead and take your questions at this time. If
Okay.
there's any commissioners, any questions of Ms. McKinney?
Mr. Chair,
Please.
so 2 questions. Our bond rating after this, how is this going to affect our borrowing power or bond rating?
That's a good question. Let me look at what Eric had. Thank you.
Sure.
Chairman Sice, Commissioner. These are, the Finance Authority doesn't require the county to get a bond rating. You will receive the benefit of the Finance Authority's rating in the pricing of the bonds. So as far as what the county's rating will be, I'm sure you will maintain the current rating. I'm not sure where you are in that rating process, but for this issue, you don't have to get a separate bond rating on your GOs.
So it won't count against our borrowing power or bonding capacity.
It will count against your bonding capacity. Yes, because it is part of an obligation repayable from your.
But we should have a rating out of that then. If it's gonna count against us, we should know what our rating is, right?
Well, are you talking about a Moody's or S&P rating, or are you talking about your capacity to issue?
Capacity to issue.
Yeah, so on that front, there is, the constitutional limitation, but I don't have where this will land the county. I can look it up in between where you were last time and see where that is at this point, where you were with the last issue. We will be working with DFA to get a bonding capacity certificate in conjunction with this issue as well. This would not put you over capacity, I guess I should assure you.
Okay. And then the second one, is Bank of Albuquerque in Valencia? Do we have a Bank of Albuquerque in Valencia County? Do we have to do all this stuff in Valencia County? Is that McDonald's? Is that Bank of Albuquerque? No.
It's BOKF, I'm sorry, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Dave, did you wish to chime in on any of that?
Yes, this will not impact our bond rating, but will affect what our borrowing capacity is. We have a fixed amount of capacity.
Okay. Any other questions, commissioners? No? There's none. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and close our public hearing and we'll move on to our action items. Action item number 7, approval of an ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of the Valencia County, New Mexico general obligation bonds. And we got Ms. Houston Green. I believe you're going to present this.
Good evening, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Commissioners. I'm here to request the approval of the ordinance authorizing the issue and sale of Valencia County, New Mexico General Obligation Bonds, Series 2025, in the principal amount of $3,500,000. I do suggest that this be approved, and I stand for any other questions.
Any questions, Ms. Green? Just following up on Commissioner Bazell's question a while ago, is that something that the information that you may get that you may be able to provide to the commissioner, does it have to come from the bonding company?
Mr. Chair, I believe that we were given something from Eric already. I just don't have it with me, but I can get it so that you all can see it this evening.
Okay, is that good enough? That'll be fine. Yeah, you can do that at your convenience. Okay, all righty. Any questions of Ms. Houston Green on this action item? There be none. Recommendation, please.
Sure, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion for approval from Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Sparkman. Any discussion on the motion of the second? There be none. Commissioner Bazal, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it is approved.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this resolution is 2025-3.
We have your
Okay.
answer. I say it or I won't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just following up on your question on the percent that the county is bonded to capacity currently, based on the 2024 preliminary AB assessed valuation of $2,130,441,468, the 4% of AV would have put the debt limit at $85,217,659. The current debt that you have outstanding is $3,590,000. And so the available capacity is $81,627,659. Currently, you're 4.21% bonded to capacity.
Thank you.
Is
That's-
that
No, that's,
the information?
that's great.
Okay.
We still have a
Thank
lot
you
of,
guys for getting that so quick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, item 8 was tabled. We'll move on to item number 9, approval of recognition and recording of accounts payable and payroll disbursements. Ms. Green.
I'm back. During the month of April, we processed accounts payable in the total amount of $3,151,805.44. This includes all of our operating bank accounts, and there is nothing in particular that is out of the ordinary for me to point out to you all. So I do recommend approval of this, and I stand for any questions.
Any questions of Ms. Houston Green? Okay, want to move on to the payroll disbursements?
I'm sorry?
Payroll disbursements?
Yes.
Thank you.
During the month of May 2025, we had 3 different disbursements of payroll. The first one was on May 2nd in the amount of $1,015,009.19. The second one was processed on May 16th, 2025 in the amount of $981,455.60. And the last one was on May 30th for a total amount of $848,239.02. That one's a little lower because we don't take out a lot of the withholdings for medical and those types of benefits because it's a third one for the month. So that's the only thing I have to point out about these. I do recommend for approval, and I stand for any questions.
Any questions, Ms. Houston Green?
Mr. Chair.
Please.
It has to do with payroll, but not necessarily with these ones. Are we still keeping track of the overtime that we're paying so we can look at the budget on the firefighters and on the overtime? Are you tracking that to see if it's?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner, I have started the spreadsheet to get that squared away and get those numbers to you. I apologize, I just don't have them finalized yet, but we are tracking it, yes.
That's
Any other questions? There be none. Is there a recommendation?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the payrolls.
Second.
And the accounts payable?
That's payable.
Okay. I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion of the second? There be none. Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote? Yes. Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, they are approved. Okay, item 10, approval of a resolution state bars. Ms. Houston Green.
This evening, I have state bars for you all to consider and hopefully approve. They do affect cash, so therefore they require both your approval and DFA's. There are quite a few fourth quarter adjustments in here to cover temporary shortages in funds that have to do with us waiting for reimbursement requests for grants that we have to spend the money up front and wait for reimbursement. Other than that, they're fairly normal, just a little bit of adjusting between accounts to finish out the fiscal year. I recommend approval on these, and I stand for any questions.
Any questions on state bars, commissioners? Here's there's none. Is there a recommendation, please?
Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Sparkman. Any discussion on the motion on the second? Being none, Commissioner Brazil, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, is approved.
Mr.
Thank you very
Chairman,
much.
Commissioners, this resolution is 2025-40.
Okay, item 11, approval of amended findings of fact, conclusions of law. And we've got Mr. Baca.
Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners. Before you this evening is the request for the approval of the findings of facts, conclusions of law, and decisions for a solar field overlay zone number 2022-089. This was heard by the Board of County Commissioners on September 21st of 2022. At that meeting, it was approved with a vote of 4-0. And this is another project that was selected by the New Mexico Community Solar Program. So they are getting ready to start commencing the development of that solar field. At this point, they were just finalizing all their documentation. We realized the findings of facts were not completed, so that's what we're here for today. And I do stand for any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Baca? There be none, is there a recommendation, please?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion of the second? Be none, Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it's approved.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioners, we have an executive session this evening. Mr. Nance, would you please announce that?
Mr. Chair, members of the commission, pursuant to New Mexico Statute 1015-1H, the following matters may be discussed in closed session. Pursuant to 1015-1H7, pending or threatening litigation, Gobblestone versus BOCC, and real property, 1015-1H8, real property in Rancho Rio Grande, and real property in Rio Grande Estates.
Need a motion to go into executive session for the same reasons, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Bazell. Any discussion on the motion of the second? None, Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. We will report out shortly. Thank you.